do a personal narrative, this is a writing assignment that will go in their portfolio, and this assignment will follow them all the way through the 5th grade. So we want to make sure that they are doing their very best on this assignment. What we want them to do with a personal narrative is we're going to give you everything that you need, and if you'll just read over this and watch these videos, it's going to be probably 4 videos altogether because of time. So you can watch a little bit and then think about it and work on it and then watch a little bit more. And we have a couple of books that we're going to attach to this to help you see what we're going for. So we are going to start out with a brainstorming, and then we're going to choose one small moment. And that's the most important thing about this personal narrative, is that you find one specific moment in time that they're going to tell about their lives. So we're having you do it with them, so because you know their small moment better than we do. So they're going to do a better job on it on the rough draft if you'll help them with it. So the first thing we're going to do, we've put together some graphic organizers, and if you'll just leave this all stapled together and send it back on January 6th, it'd really help us out. You're going to start out by doing this graphic organizer with them, and think about some small moments at school. Maybe their first day of school. That might be one small moment. You know, when they first walked in, how did they feel? And did they make a new friend or something like that? Or maybe a family moment. So we might want to narrow it down to, like, maybe the day a baby brother or sister was born or something like that. Holiday moments. Maybe they wanted a puppy or something and they weren't allowed to have one, and then maybe you surprised them and they had a puppy that morning for Christmas, or something like that. An emotional moment, that could be, last year we had a little girl write about the death of her grandmother, the day that she found out. Or if you wanted to make it a happy one, a day that a baby was born or something like that. A lot of times they'll choose a moment. It doesn't have to be a school, a family, a holiday, or emotional. It could be like the first time that they rode a horse, or the first time that they rode a roller coaster or something like that. Or it could even be maybe they got hurt, maybe they broke their arm or something like that. So it's just going to be about them, and it's going to be this one small moment that we want to narrow it down to. So when they have chosen their small moment in time, they're going to write it right here. So we're going to use the example of roller coaster. And so they would write roller coaster ride right here, and then they would think of as many details as they could think of. Now, one thing that we're really working with them on is putting a lot of detail in. We've talked a lot about the plot of a story, the beginning, the middle, and the end. We've talked a lot about using transitional words, first, next, last. And then we've started to talk a lot about using something new that they really love. It's called onomatopoeia. And in these books that we're going to have on here, you're going to hear some examples of those. And we're just trying to pizzazz our writing up a little bit. We want the author to really be interested in what we're reading. We want them to be involved in what they're reading. And we want them to feel like that they're right there at that moment in time with them. So you might think of some words that you would put in here, like if you were yelling, you might write it in all capitals, stop! Or if they hollered for their mom, they might write mom and write M-O-O-O-M, mom, like that. Or they might think of some onomatopoeia words. That's a word for a sound, like splat, zoink, bam. So if they were maybe riding a roller coaster, they might hear those cars on that roller coaster crash, bam, or zing, or something like that. So the next video that you're going to watch, after you finish this, we're going to show you how to transition it over into writing. So do these first 2 parts and then watch the next video.